The following video is sponsored by Shokz. These are the new OpenFit 2 series from Shokz. So we've got the OpenFit 2 Plus, which is the same as the OpenFit 2, but it does have wireless charging support and Dolby audio. So if you need that, they're the model to go for. Now, both of these do have their Open Bass 2.0 improved algorithm. So the bass on these for open air style is exceptional. We've got a 17.3 millimeter driver, and there's also a separate independent driver that's handling the higher frequencies. So you don't miss out on those crisp detailed highs. They deliver excellent bass, and of course it's all about the fit you do get from this model here, which is superb because of the open air style. They're really comfortable, they hook over your ear and they just stay in place there. And they're using their ultra soft silicon 2.0, and they are a earbud that I could wear because of the open air style all day without getting any fatigue from them. And they're great for running, as I'll be testing out later on. Even cycling, they're not gonna block out any ambient noises. So runtime is very good. 11 hours on a single charge with them and 48 hours in total. They're IP55 water resistant too as well. So you can get a little bit of sweat or water on them, will not be a problem.
Let's have a look at what we get with the OpenFit 2 series. So this is going to be for both of the models here. You can see this one's the OpenFit 2 Plus, which has the Dolby audio, the wireless charging. So we have the open ear earbuds right there. Under this right here, the lid, you'll find there is a little card there about the application, which I will show you later in the video. Then we have a warranty card. There is a little bit of paperwork, which is in English and various other languages. And just here on the side, you will find our Type-C to Type-C cable for charging. Now, when you do charge these for 10 minutes, you get 2 hours of runtime, which is very good. So let's check on the weight now. The total travel weight, what you're looking at, is 76 grams. Not bad at all, considering it's a case that offers a lot of additional battery life, because with this case, we had a total of 48 hours, 11 hours on a single charge with them. And what do they weigh each? So 9 grams here. They're in fact a little bit lighter than that. They are 9.4 grams. The OpenFit 2 Plus is, I think, the model to get. It's 10 pounds more only, and you'll see that it's supporting, of course, that wireless charging. I've got it connected up now, red light, and this is a Qi standard wireless charging pad. And it is also going to give us the Dolby audio. So if you want the best audio quality and that wireless charging, I think it's well worth to pay that extra 10 pounds for the 2 Plus model. Now the case, just to give it the rattle test, and I'll use this one here, nothing. Okay, you're going to get no rattle out of this, and it's a magnet that keeps that lid closed. Here is the reset for the pairing, and we do have multi-point pairing too with these. They're running on Bluetooth 5.4. And the back, there's nothing there, and we have our Type-C port here. So as I mentioned before, 10 minutes of charge is going to give us 2 hours of playtime, and we get 11 hours out of these just on a single charge, and 48 in total with this case. So let's have a look at them. The design of them is great. They are optimized, this curvature of them, for comfort, of course. It's very ergonomic. And the air hook design, I think, is super comfortable. And open air means there's nothing in your ear canal. It's a lot healthier. If you're someone that has problems with ear infections, then these are, of course, a lot more healthier to have your ear canal open there. You can hear ambient noises, which makes them great for sport. And then the fit and the comfort of these. And no fatigue. I can just wear these for hours on end, and you get no pressure build up with them too as well. So Pogo port charging connectors right there. We've got this part, which has a nickel titanium memory alloy. So this is very resilient, gives us that really nice secure fit. And their ultra soft silicon 2.0 around this here. All that silicon, pressing with my nail here, it's got a little bit of give in it, and it's very comfortable and soft there too. So great design, and good to see this, which is a physical button. So no more capacitive touch controls. I don't like capacitive touch controls that much. I always opt for physical, and you can feel that when you press it in. You hear the little tiny beep there to give you some feedback, and this means no accidental touches. It always works when you use it, which is great. So they have a fantastic build quality to them, the OpenFit 2 series.
So these OpenFit 2 series are very comfortable to wear, that I can wear them all day and I don't get any fatigue from them. But what about something now like that's physical, like you decided to go for a walk, like you're walking really fast, and now not a problem because they're not going to come off. And then jogging, running, no issues either. That is not going to be a problem for these because the fit of them is really snug, that they just sit there in place. Now, of course, you can get a little bit of sweat on these and even light rain. It's not going to be a problem because they are IP55, they're resistant, so it won't be a problem. Now, the fit just super comfortable. They're not going anywhere, even jumping up and down. My microphone's probably going to come off and not the OpenFit 2 Pluses here. And I know this question does pop up a bit, and that is, what about sunglasses or glasses with the OpenFit style? Now, wearing some glasses here, some sunglasses, yes, they are going to be touching, all right? But because it's using that soft silicon, I don't hear any noise being transmitted through them. And again, I could even jog or walk really fast, jump around a little bit here, that it's not going to be a problem. I can't hear that noise of the glasses knocking against them because it just doesn't seem to happen. So you can wear them with sunglasses or any other style of glasses. It won't be a problem with the OpenFit 2 Plus. Now, I can even use the OpenFit 2 Plus here when cycling. Now, that's something that I would never do with any style that, of course, is going to be blocking out noise. And I need to hear the surroundings, especially when I'm cycling like this. I can hear how the cyclists approach and I can hear traffic, things around me. But because of this open air design, I'm getting all of those ambient noises coming through. So they're safe to use even doing something like cycling.
Most importantly, of course, is what do they sound like? Now, open air designs, normally most of them are lacking in bass, right? They can sound a little bit flat. There's always something because of the style. It's not in air, you don't have the silicon tips, you don't get the seal. But thankfully, with the OpenFit 2 series, and that's the 2 and the 2 Plus, you get some amazing sound out of these. And bass, this is not what you would expect out of this design. So they have a algorithm. This has been upgraded. They're open bass 2.0. So you get powerful bass coming through these that you wouldn't expect. And that's thanks to a 13.3 millimeter driver that we have within them. And then they have an independent high frequency unit, which is great. This means that we're going to get some rich sound coming from these. You're going to have those highs that are detailed and crisp. They're not overly sharp to my ears. And the bass, because of that algorithm, which is also compensating for those lows at different volume levels, is always going to be good. So if you're low volume, they boost up that bass just a little bit, so you're going to hear it coming through and it doesn't sound completely flat. So they've done an excellent job with that. And the way they are delivering that sound to your ears, I think, is perfect for this OpenFit style here. Now, if you go for the OpenFit 2 Plus, you've got Dolby Audio. So you're going to have that more expansive sound stage and you're going to have richer sounding audio. I think to go for the Dolby Audio, as I mentioned there, it's only a little bit extra. You get that, and the wireless charging is well worth it when you're looking at the OpenFit 2 versus the 2 Plus. And what about our latency? This can be an issue, of course, with Bluetooth, that sometimes the audio is going to be lagging behind and it's very distracting. And that makes watching videos and streaming content right now, this is Cobra Kai with Netflix, it might be a problem, but I can confirm here that with the OpenFit 2 and the OpenFit 2 Plus, that the audio is in sync with the actors' mouths, and I can happily watch episodes here and it will not annoy me. The only time that I've seen it out slightly, and it's just a fraction, is gaming. But for streaming content, I find the OpenFit 2 series is perfectly fine. The application is simply called Shokz, and you'll find this in the App Store for iOS or Google Play Store. Now, you do not need to register and log in. You can just skip that if you wanted to do so. And when you have them then paired up and connected, you'll see the information here. You can see the OpenFit 2, the battery life left and right, and the case battery life. Good information to have to know whether or not you need to charge that case. You do have the status LED at the front, but it's nice to know the exact percentage here, which is 50% here for me. Now, equalizer modes, we do have 4 presets here: standard, vocal, bass boost, and treble boost. Or you can go in and customize your own one there too. And that is very handy to have that there. Multi-point pairing, so you can have it connected to your phone right now. And then another device like a tablet, for example. We can customize the controls with the physical button, which is very handy. So double click, triple click, long press, and a single just click there are what you want it to do. Another very handy option to have there. And then touch on the side there what you want to customize that to. So at the moment I've got it set up there as nothing because I prefer the physical button for that. Under settings here, you'll see that we do have firmware upgrades on the latest version at the moment. You've got various other settings here, and Find My Earbuds. This one is very handy to have in case you accidentally lose them somewhere. Maybe they've gone down the side of your couch or something where you can use that option. And then you have a user guide and a few other things, including frequently asked questions within the app here, which is, by the way, I think a great application that covers everything.
Now they're very quick and easy to fit. I simply need to hook the ear hook part over my ear, give them a little bit of a turn, and they are on. It's that fast and that simple there to get them on. Now they are by far, I think, the most comfortable earbuds that I've tested. Open ear style means there's nothing in my ear canal, you don't get any fatigue, and I can wear these all day without a problem because of the light weight of them. So they're only 9.4 grams. But the way that weight is distributed, you're not feeling an area like the upper part of your ear where there's pressure constantly being applied. You don't get that at all. I don't feel any point where there is pressure. Don't get that fatigue. They don't irritate me. And of course, as I showed in this video, that you can run, jog, jump, and they're not going to come off at all. The physical button is fantastic for controlling them. I really do like that. The fact that you don't have to rely on unreliable touch controls, which you often would press and then it doesn't work. You have to press again. That does not happen here. We get the runtime of up to 11 hours and 48, including the case, which is fantastic. Super long battery life with them. And the wireless charging case, if you go for the OpenFit 2 Plus, is what you're going to get there too. And you get the Dolby audio support. Now, the pricing of them, for the OpenFit 2 Plus, it's £179. And if you go for the OpenFit 2, that's £169. And this is why I say for the extra £10, I would get the Plus version because you're going to have that wireless charging and then the better sound quality with the Dolby Audio 2 with them. They've got IP55, so getting a little bit of sweat on these or some light rain is not going to be an issue. So all up, I think they're fantastic. And then the sound quality too. So the Open Bass 2.0, the fact that they're using a 17.3mm driver and then an independent secondary driver for the highs is very good. So you're not missing out on detailed highs. Sound is fantastic from these, and deep bass, good bass for this style, because normally the open ear style bass typically is lacking, but not with the OpenFit 2 series here. So if you're interested in finding out more, please check the link in the description, and thank you so much for watching.